Alright, so we're going to have a review of the Shanling M1S. It's a portable player, a DAP. And yeah, this is going to be my first review of an actual DAP. If you're a subscriber to the channel, don't worry, I'm not switching to DAPs or anything like that. I'm still been focusing on IEMs, audio product, of course. But I just wanted to review this DAP, and yeah, let's get into it. So here's the box, Shanling M1S, back some information. Let's just open this up. Take this out. DAP presented here. You pull this little tab to get it out of the little foam cutout. Take the foam out. Take this part out. Take this out. Let's get rid of the box here. Put the player here. In here, I believe you have the cable for charging. It is a USB-C charge cable, which is very nice. Thank God. Nothing better be freaking micro USB anymore. That's ridiculous. Let's open this up here. Got booklet, like instructions and stuff. Warranty. What else is in here? Quick start guide. And I think there should be more. Yeah, there's screen protectors, which is nice to have, 2 of them. So that's actually kind of important. We'll talk about that in a second. It's because of the lack of accessories available. Anyway, well, but we'll talk about that later. Let's get into the DAP itself. It is a pretty small DAP here. Let me grab the. Let me get this here. I should have brought this earlier. This is the BTR5. A lot of people have one of these, so I thought it'd be good to have in this review. Let me actually get microfiber cloth. Okay, so this is BTR5. This is what I was using before I got this as my portable solution, but I wasn't really satisfied with the sound quality I was getting out of this. So I got one of these. It retails for $220 on Amazon. It's available in this silver color and a black color. I got the silver. I think this was the only one in stock at the time. And so yeah, the main reason I got this was to see if there would be a sound improvement, and there was a pretty major sound improvement. Now in this review, we're not going to talk too much about sound quality because what it does to different IEMs, headphones, etc. is going to be different each time. So I don't think there's much of a point in particularly saying this does this to the sound, this is sound. That's going to depend on what you're plugging it into when you compare them both. But an overall thing is I get more clarity, more soundstage, a better detail retrieval, which is the generic stuff, you know. But it is better sounding than the BTR5 significantly. So if you're wondering if you want to upgrade from this to this, are you going to hear a difference? Yes, you are. Now, are you getting flagship performance? No. I have my my DX300 here, and this is not going to give you this sound. It's actually pretty decently close. It's not going to give you this, but you're getting great sound quality for $220. This is an excellent deal, and it's something I actually can take outside comfortably. Like this is like ridiculously big and heavy to just carry around because I have to carry my phone with me too. So I put this with my phone in the same pocket, and it's not ridiculous. The height is around the same as the BTR5. It's a little bit thicker, and it is quite a bit wider, but that's not too big of a deal. Now, let's talk about UI, or like not UI, the controls. You have a spin for the volume here. What's it called? What's this called again? Knob. Yeah, knob for the volume, which I like. You got the buttons in the front, which I love having the buttons in the front. We'll talk about why in a second. But yeah, you got these like little notches here for like grip. And here we have the micro SD slot. I wish this had a little cover or something because it's just exposed, but that's the way it is. And USB-C. Now on the back, it's glass. And we have probably the 3 most hated logos in the audiophile space. I don't know why Shanling decided to play themselves here by just putting the MQA logo, the high-res audio logo, and the high-res wireless logo on here, but they did it. I mean, it doesn't bother me too much, but I know it probably will bother some people. Anyway, and I don't know why glass on the back. I guess it feels nice, but yeah, it does collect fingerprints. The front does too. So, controls. These controls are unique to this unit. I have not seen another unit with the controls on the front really very often, especially in this form factor. And the reason this is nice is because, first of all, on a desk, of course, you can, you know, press the buttons on top. It's nicer than having it on the side. But another thing is, give me 1 second. I'm gonna grab a pair of pants. Here I have a pair of pants, okay, with cat hair all over it because I have a cat. All right, so let's get the front of the pants, okay? So let's say I have this pocket. I put this in the pocket, okay? And this fit nice in the pocket. we're walking around, you can feel for the buttons and press. I don't know if you can hear this. You can press the buttons while it's in your pocket. It's really convenient. When it was on the side, it's not very convenient to press the buttons. Now, if they may be thinking, how do you see like what you're pressing? You kind of get used to it. You get used to where the buttons are when it's in your pocket. So it's very useful in that sense. I find it to be really actually like one of the best things about it. Also, of course, I love the form factor. It's very portable. Now, let's go into the UI and software, etc. So, turning it on, you have the screen is pretty decent size. It does get bright, but not... I wish it did get a little bit brighter in the sun. It does not get as bright as my DX300 does. It's really bright. Let me bring them both to max volume here. Max brightness, sorry. Just so you can see the max brightness on both. Yep. So you can see the DX200 does get a little bit brighter, but yeah, I'm gonna decrease this because it must be blinding on camera. Let's see, decrease that. There we go. And yeah, so that's it for brightness. You have a high and low gain setting in the top. This is using Shanling's own custom software. I'm gonna decrease the volume, the brightness more because it's a little bit easier, I think, to see on camera. Let's get the right brightness here because you're gonna be seeing this the whole video. There we go. I think that's fine. So you do have a UI by Shanling, the software. Let's go to the home screen. Come on. I've never actually reviewed not a headphone before, so yeah, you have it's a decent UI. You got favorites, all songs, albums, artists, high res, composer. You know, you can also sort by things. You get, of course, playlist, folder, blah 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 blah. You have all your stuff. It's a decent UI. Yeah, it's fine. Something I don't like about the unit. Actually, you know what? Let's talk about features first, and then we'll go into what I don't like about the unit. A really cool feature they have, I don't use it, is Bluetooth for if you want to connect Bluetooth headphones to it, or you want to use your phone to connect your phone to this and use it like a BTR5 or similar Bluetooth adapter, so it can do that as well as just being an independent player, which is nice. It has EQ here, which I do not use. Gapless playback. The gain is high and low. There's no like middle gain like the DX300 has, but it's high and low gain is good enough. Digital filters if you want to mess with that. Things like that. Anyway, let's go into, let's see, what should I go over next? It's cool. Yeah, they have Wi-Fi, which is useful for some of the other features we'll get into a bit. It does have, I recommend turning that off if you want to save battery life. It has a battery indicator at the top. It has great battery life. I do want to say that. This had excellent battery life when I was trying this out. I ran this overnight with a pair of IEMs, the Mangrid T2, and I ran it overnight, and I woke up in the morning. It's still playing with no problems. And it was running at a pretty decent high volume because the Mangrid T that's my cat, is actually not the easiest to drive, at least. So that was impressive. Woke up in the morning with actual battery life. I'm gonna open the door for my cat. He wants me to open the door. This is a mess of review already. Okay, I'm back. Don't edit things, so that's gonna be in the review. So let's talk about now things I do not like about this thing. So something I really hate is that loading images does take some time. So the processing power is not excellent. Let's click here. So you got Ariana Grande here, Ariana Grande song. Let's say I want to click here. Ariana Grande takes a little bit to load up the next image. Sometimes it takes even longer. Let's see. Oh, that one was right away. You see, it takes a little bit, but it does happen. This is like kind of, it seemed like small here, but overall, it does happen where you just get a little bit of hiccups, a little bit of lag. And it's more laggy than something like my DX300 where it's gonna swap right away. Let's click here. You see, it's swapping immediately to all my songs. Now that's not the biggest deal, but it's a little bit annoying. Another thing is there's just some small unpolished things here and there. Like if I go to this song by Ariana Grande, you see their lyrics, which is already nice that it shows it in the first place, but see how it cuts it off. It doesn't even show the full sentence when it's too long for the screen to show. It would have been nice if maybe it would scroll through it or just move it down a line, but, well, it's fine. You also do get the information here when you swipe to the side. That's very nice. I like it. Another thing that I don't like is that you do sometimes get errors when you load up a lot of songs at once. I have like 2,000 to 3,000 songs. So when I bring my songs, when I first got this, I went to load up all my songs into the player. It couldn't handle getting all of it at once or something. I don't know. But some of the songs, let's see if I can get this area. You see, it will just say not supported. When if I reloaded the file later, it would support it. Anyway, so it just goes to the next thing. And yeah, it would just say not supported, which doesn't make too much sense. Now, this is the worst thing here. I'm going to say about the worst thing about this player. I hate this so much I almost returned it. But it was fine. I can deal with it. But it's that there's no keyboard. I have this many songs and I can't search them by name. I have to go with the little alphabet thing on the side. Which, the alphabet thing is nice. You can just scroll through the alphabet pretty nicely here. But I want to be able to type. And I get it. It's a small player, small screen. But at least, you know, make the whole screen turn into a keyboard. Then you can click like an enter button or something. Like, come on. It's not feasible for me to just go through all this all the time. It's very annoying. This is the most annoying thing about this player. So but they can maybe fix that in a software update. That's another thing. This thing gets, at least it gets software support from what I can tell. When I first got this, it checked for updates. It got an update, updated it pretty fast, and things were good. The update went with no issues. Now that's enough about the stuff I don't like. Those are all the only things I don't like about it. Otherwise, this is a great player. Now, drivability. Let's talk about drivability here. I can drive, of course, my IAMs perfectly fine. Get the Manger T, work perfectly fine. Have the Tantrum Oxygen, work perfectly fine. Pen on Globe, work perfectly fine. Everything was working great. Everything works great. I haven't had an IAM that it can't run for IAMs. Of course, it has a, another reason why I liked it. Has a 1/4 inch balance and 3.5. Not many devices have both of these on a very small device. The BTR5 has a 2.5 mil. Let me come on, focus, please. Come on. Anyway, it has a 2.5 and 3.5. I don't like that. I don't use 2.5 very much. I don't like it. So having that 4.4 is a huge plus to me. You don't get it on too many devices that are this short. This is a very, very compact unit, and I love that. You don't realize it until you get it, that like it's so convenient for it to be this small. Anyway, so we can talk about headphones drivability now. So drives my HD 650 perfectly fine, and that's a 300 ohm. Sorry how much like stuff is on the pads. It's gross, I know, but these are a very old set. Yeah, it drives that perfectly fine, no issues. I think I was at 70 in the single-ended on here, and it was running at very, very nice listenable volumes. And that's single-ended. I'm sure with the balance you'll get more power. I don't have a balance cable for that one. And then even for higher-end headphones, like my K12 in single-ended, this thing ran it perfectly fine. Not as high-quality sounding as it would sound on my DX300, but it sounds fantastic. It sounds like no issues. Now, something notable about the sound, I guess, if we're going to talk about the sound a little bit, is that on the Manger T2, I was testing this out, you know, for my review coming up, and the highs were a bit more shrill on this than on the DX300, which would make it a little bit smoother. I don't know if that's just the way this unit is, where this unit has a little bit sharper, but this is not a unit that makes your stuff sound fatiguing, stuff like that. No, don't worry about that. But just that was something of note if you wanna take that into account. Now, if you are thinking of upgrading from this to this, definitely. When I upgraded from this into this, I realized I'm missing a lot when I use the BTR5. I don't want to ever use this unit again now that I got this thing. Trying to see if there's anything else I want to cover here, but otherwise, this is a great unit. I can highly recommend this. Full recommendation. I really wish that they would add that keyboard. Just add that keyboard, please. This would be perfect with a keyboard. Amazing. Okay, so this is running long. I highly recommend the unit. I mean, you're getting great sound quality, great controls. The software is good, but could use some work, but otherwise it's good. You got 4.4 and 3.5, great drivability, can run the 650 and run other headphones very well. It runs all the IEMs I have perfectly fine. Has high and low gain, everything. It has great Bluetooth Wi-Fi features. Oh, another really cool thing. First of all, it can run DSD files. and DSF files, all that stuff. But another thing is that you can, it just said not supported, but that's from the glitch. Don't worry, let me just get to a DSD file that it can run here. Yeah, see, it'll even say, you know, HR, this is, oh, what the, not supported. Okay, but it does support DSD. Let me try to find something that's DSD that's not have this glitch on it. You see, that's, I have to reload those now because of this annoying glitch. Here we go. This is a DSF file. It's running Billie Eilish, Goodbye. It runs perfectly fine. Just that is another thing I didn't like. Again, I have to reload those songs because see, it even says like unknown artists underneath. These are like glitched files from loading too much at once. So if you have less songs than me, I think you shouldn't have a problem. And I'm gonna just have to reload those. That's not too big of an issue for me, at least. Anyway, what I was gonna say is that you can actually download with the Wi-Fi. That's not usually always happening, trust me. It's just because I'm running my whole thing. Anyway, if you don't have the lyrics or the album art, what you can do is, let's try to find one that doesn't have the lyrics on it. Yeah, this doesn't have the lyrics. So if you can click on these three dots, you can click download cover and lyrics. This will not work on obscure songs. I have a lot of songs from like very unknown artists, so they won't show up for those. But maybe it'll work out for this one. If it'll try to find a cover for it. I don't know if it's going to find one for this one, but right now I already have a cover on it. It's fine. But it will try to find one, and then on the lyrics side also it'll try to find lyrics. I don't know if it's going to find it right now. Yeah, no lyrics. It can't find this song. But if it can, it will find the lyrics, something from like a very popular artist and like that. It'll find the lyrics, it'll find the cover, you click enter, and it will give that for you. Which is a unique feature that I haven't seen on many players. So I think that's nice too. I mean, it's a nice little bonus feature. It's definitely not something to buy this for. Don't buy it for that. But it's nice. Of course, you know, shuffle, all that stuff. You have a favorites list. I use that a lot. And yeah, that's it. I know, messy review. It's the first time I'm reviewing a device like this. And I hope this helped out. It's a great unit. Highly recommended. I hope this helped. See ya.